Should be fairly safe to switch off the greenhouse heater and knock the central heating back a couple of notches. We are heading in for a fairly mild week. These are sort of average temperatures we'd expect to see at this time of the year, so ranging from 6 across the far north to 10 in the far south of the UK. And these are the sort of numbers we're expecting to see in the next 5 or 6 days, so generally a good 4 or 5 degrees above the average. And here's the reason: those winds really stuck in a rut coming up from the south right the way through the rest of this week, even into the end of the week as well. Still that southerly direction, quite strong at times though. We could well see gales in many areas, but it means with the wind continuing, it's not just daytime temperatures that'll be on the high side, very unlikely to see frost either. Mind you, those winds are going to bring some rain with them as well in the shape of these weather fronts coming in out of the Atlantic. So every time you see one of those fronts, we're going to see a band of cloud and rain pushing across most parts of the UK. Tuesday perhaps a bit of a problem, with this front actually taking some time to clear through. Wednesday perhaps the best bet for seeing some dry weather, while still a fair number of showers. But one way or another, I think we're all going to see a fair bit of rain through the coming weeks. There's certainly potential perhaps for some further localised flooding, maybe western areas seeing the heaviest of the rain overall. So far today though, it's been fairly showery in nature, any rain that we have seen, more particularly across the northwest of Scotland. Still some showers though feeding in across Wales, very reluctant to die away. We can see a massive cloud as well pushing in from the southwest. That'll eventually bring rain in, I think, to southwestern parts of England and the southwest of Wales, but the best of the brightness hanging on further to the north and east. Temperature-wise, well, these are actually nighttime temperatures because they're not going to be much different from what we see this afternoon. Already that mild trend in evidence across the southwest, but also the rain beginning to push in at the same time. So a band of rain moving across most areas through tonight into the early part of tomorrow morning, and even once that's cleared through, you can see the next batch already waiting in the wings to come in for Monday. So again, we see that next area of rain running across most places, I think, through the course of the day tomorrow, taking some time to get into northern Scotland, but then lots of blustery showers following on behind on some rather brisk winds, perhaps touching gale force in the southwest, but there's those mild temperatures already in evidence. Tuesday, well, we see that weather front getting stuck for a time, so we could well see some fairly heavy rain lingering across many central and western parts, but eventually moving across towards the east. For Wednesday, the best chance perhaps of a dry and bright day, especially in sheltered eastern parts, but towards the end of the week, more rain beginning to push up from the south, accompanied by some very strong winds.